Hello, I'm Iman Major, and I'm here to talk to you about a very serious problem that has been plaguing the lives of American individuals since as early as the 1970s. If you or any of your loved ones has had this problem, please pay attention. Do you have a strange obsession and addiction to David Bowie? If so, you are not alone. There are millions out there that suffer from this David Bowie fever. But don't worry, there is help. Here at the Cha-Cha-Cha Changes Rehab Facility, we offer the best possible services to help you overcome this addiction. Join us as we hear from some of our current participants at the Cha-Cha-Cha Changes Rehab Facility.
Prior to entering the David Bowie Cha-Cha-Cha Changes Rehab program, Bowie fever ruled my life. And it's one of those things where I didn't even realize how addicted I was. Looking back on it, I had a real serious problem.
Hi, my name's Gloria, and I am a recovering David Bowie addict. This is not a recent problem for me. This is a lifelong problem, and it took a lot of guts to admit that I needed help.
Being a participant in the David Bowie Rehab program has changed my life. It's a zillion times better.
I have a problem. I'm a David Bowie addict. He was just like another thing I listened to for a while, and then I just listened to more and more of him. I watch all those movies all the time, and then through this wild party, I was throwing parties, and I was really upset because my friend Ziggy Stardust, he didn't come. He was supposed to bring the bean dip.
I could not leave the house without watching Labyrinth, even if I came home for my lunch break. Before leaving the house, I had to watch Labyrinth because it's ridiculous, but I thought that it would just make my day better. So I lost a lot of jobs because I would just be like an hour and a half late back to work. It was ridiculous.
All my friends were like, oh my gosh, Mariam, Ziggy Stardust is not real. I was like, la la la, I can't hear you. Ziggy Stardust is totally real. And they're like, no, are you on crack? I'm like, no, do you have any? They're like, no, it's not what we were talking about. We're talking about Ziggy Stardust. It's like, yes, Ziggy, you're supposed to bring my bean dip, and he didn't.
Everything I wore was either a David Bowie concert t-shirt or some kind of Ziggy Stardust copy outfit. My hair, I even went through hours and hours of hair straightening procedures so I could, point it out like Ziggy Stardust. I was ridiculous. I wasn't me. I was a clone of David Bowie.
Growing up as a child, I really didn't have a lot of friends. I mean, no one would sit by me on the bus or in the cafeteria. When I think back, it's probably because I had a life-size cardboard cutout of David Bowie that was filling those spots.
I think you guys have probably met by now Gloria. She and I, great friends. We were friends before the program. We were enablers of each other's condition, which is, well, it's really not that funny, but I mean, we had a sickness. We really did. And I really think that one of the best things that this program has to offer is the fellowship that you can have with your fellow David Bowie addicts. I mean, you're all in it together. You don't have to face it alone. They know how you feel.
At least I got to go to my senior prom, right? David Bowie was my prom date. The cardboard cutout, that is. If it had been actual David Bowie, I probably would have died due to hyperventilation.
I heard about the program through Gloria, so it was really great that she and I were able to go through and do it together. And I remember the day that she came to my door and she says, well, how could I forget that day? I mean, she showed up without her David Bowie cutout.
My friend told me to get in the car, and I did. And then they drove me over here to the Cha-Cha-Cha Changes Rehab Facility. And they said, you have a problem? I was like, no, I don't. I want my mum. And they said, no, get out to the car. Do it now. Okay. I really like blueberries. I like them a lot.
But she shows up and she's like, yeah, I'm going to a rehab program. You should come with me. And I said, no, I don't need to go. I don't need a rehab program. I don't have a problem. And she was like, Cindy, you have Labyrinth in over 50 different languages. I think you have a pretty serious problem. And then it all of a sudden hit me like a ton of bricks. I was just like, ground control to Major Me. I need help.
So I, checked into the Changes Rehab Center, and I could identify with the people here. They were nice, friendly people. Helped me turn and face the strange.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. Just that fellowship, just that community. So being such a hopeless case, I was really doubtful when I entered the program, and I thought, oh, there's nothing that can help me. And actually, the first part of the program is being able to admit that you have a problem. And that's something you don't want to admit to. Like, who wants to admit that they have too much David Bowie in their life? Nobody wants to do that. And so, coming into the program, it was a little hard at first. They take away all your David Bowie memorabilia, and you go through exercises trying to spend a certain amount of minutes and then hours away from anything to do with David Bowie. They put you in a completely David Bowie-free environment.
They have room 101 where they put you in if you're really bad. I had to go in there once. Why am I telling you this? I don't know why I'm even telling you this, but I had to go in there once. And they made me watch the Magic Christian. It's this movie, and it has Ringo Starr and Peter Sellers, and it sucks. It cured me. Now, I've gone through the program, gone through the 9 steps. 9 steps. Number 1, give over your David Bowie posters. Number 2, change your wardrobe. Number 3, get rid of your David Bowie albums. Number 4, rid your house of cardboard cutouts. Number 5, admit that Ziggy Stardust does not exist. Number 6, stop checking out movies under the name Goblin King. Number 7, oh bloody heck, I don't remember 7. Number 8, remember number 7. And number 9, free yourself of David Bowie. I was really proud of myself when I stopped listening to glam rock altogether, and I just went straight for something completely different on the other side of the spectrum, It was really cool. I've gotten so good that I can wear sequins now without having a relapse. It used to be I would wear sequins and I would be David Bowie. I would have to act like David Bowie, and right now I can just wear sequins to wear sequins, and so I really highly recommend this, even if you just have the faintest symptom of Bowie fever. This program is for you. Don't let this opportunity pass you up. I am a strong advocate of this rehab facility, and I would have to say that if you have this problem, do not let it take over your life. Let us take over you. Just say no way to David Bowie. So remember, friends, help is only a phone call away. Don't let yourself suffer through Bowie fever alone. Pick up that phone now and call 1-800-CHA-CHA-CHA-CHANGES. That is 1-800-CHA-CHA-CHA-CHANGES. Thank you.
Still don't know what I was waiting for.